1,500 years have passed since the rise and fall of ROAH Tech. Planet Xanga, once a barren desert moon, is now a gleaming space-age empire. Centurion Candace, a fearless commander of the Alkalation Legion, Candace leads the charge in the battle for Nova, an ancient city once home to one of the original 6 tribes of Desert Moon. Now overrun by ROAH Tech's shadow army, Nova becomes the front line of resistance. In a fierce clash, Candace coordinates a successful droid airstrike that turns the tide of battle. Candace ordered a high-altitude droid strike. The sky rained fire and metal, shattering enemy lines and opening the path to the central citadel.
Get out of there. There is something big on the radar headed your way.
But as victory seems near, a corrupted Alkalation war machine, a towering mammoth mech, now twisted by dark code, emerges, shaking the battlefield. With quick thinking and unmatched bravery, Candace engages the mech, a terror thought lost to history. The mammoth, a 30-foot, 20-metric-ton war beast, once a relic of the Alkalation League. Now twisted by dark code, its alloy hide bore the scars of ancient wars, and its soul, if it still had one, screamed in corrupted agony, until a portal opens. She escapes through the gate and returns to the Central War Command to report her success. There, she is honored by Supreme Commander Tamaya, who recognizes her valor and the reclaiming of Nova. The light shines brightest in you, Centurion. You did not just reclaim Nova, you reignited the soul of a fallen city. Candace is given the title Nova's Flame, and is dispatched once again to rally the front lines as the final war for Xanga begins. Central to the Empire's collapse is Jumart, the brilliant engineer who once designed Miratak.
The Alkalation League forces are true warriors. ROAH Tech commands for the virus codes to be downloaded to the data system.
The planetary supercomputer that manages Xanga's data streams, infrastructure, and defenses. ROAH Tech infected Miratak with a virus known only as the Dark Code, warping its logic and rewriting its core programming. ROAH Tech has begun spreading Dark Code through the planetary networks. Cities are falling, droids are turning, shadow beasts, grown from nanotech and void essence, are rising in forgotten sectors of Xanga. A new war begins, not just for territory, but for the soul of Xanga itself. Centurion Candace, a fearless commander of the Alkalation Legion, the legion she commands is known as the JACKALS, an elite all-women warrior corps, the hit squad of the Alkalation Empire. Savage in combat, fearless on the battlefield, and loyal to command, the Jackals serve with unmatched honor and absolute respect for their Centurion leader. The day before the Battle of Nova, Candace delivers a powerful speech of honor and victory for the planet Xanga and the Alkalation Empire, rallying the hearts of her warriors. Sisters of the Flame, defenders of the Empire. This is not just another mission. This is the soul of Xanga calling. We stand not only for victory, but for every ancestor that bled to see this world rise from dust. Tomorrow, we fight not just as soldiers, but as legends. For Xanga, for the Empire, for the Light, Oblivion Squad, the new Shadow Mech Guardians. These warriors are Virella, pilot of Umbra Talon, a razor-winged aerial mech capable of invisibility and aerial cloaking. Her signature moves, Skyfall Eclipse. Sonara, pilot of Grave Howl, a brute force ground mech with thunder cannons and seismic shock generators. Her signature moves, Echo Hammer Requiem. Tamara, pilot of Noctis Veil, a stealth-class mech that uses shadow phasing and reality folding to confuse and disarm enemies. Her signature moves, Phantom Spiral. Lennox, pilot of Duskworm Omega, a serpentine shadow mech with electromagnetic fangs and coiling constrictor limbs. Her signature moves, Void Coil Convergence. These 4 women are known across the Empire as the final line between order and oblivion. Their bond unshakable, their legacy undeniable.
This is too simple. Olivia, be my guest. Do as you please. I'm with you, Olivia. Let's show them the real art of war.
I shall make this quick. Annihilation formation. Commence.
Among the fiercest warriors was the Jackal Air Corps, the most bloodthirsty and unstoppable air cavalry of the Jackal Legion. Predators of the skies, retreat was never an option. ROAH Tech's air fleet were wiped out, and even his fleet commanders knew they stood no chance against the savage storm of the Jackal Air Corps. If you were not with the Legion, you were a victim. Known as the Savages of the Skies, they descend upon enemy fleets with ruthless precision. Even ROAH Tech's seasoned air fleet commanders knew they had no chance once the Jackal Air Corps appeared. Word reaches High Commander Wozara, ROAH Tech's top war general. The Jackal Legion has conquered Nova. The Alkalation Legion's overwhelming show of force has overrun the city. Realizing defeat is inevitable, Wozara issues a desperate retreat order for the last remaining battleships. Yet, as the war reaches its peak, the Alkalation forces strike back. After the fierce Battle of Nova, the last ROAH Tech stronghold is shattered. The Jackal Air Corps wipes out the enemy's air fleets, and the Alkalation Legion overruns Nova with overwhelming force. Realizing the battle is lost, and the connection to Zanga's planetary network is severed, ROAH Tech attempts to flee. But he becomes trapped inside a shrinking data core, a prison of his own making. The dark code collapses inward, pulling ROAH Tech into digital exile. Jamato vanished without a trace, and the data chip containing ROAH Tech's essence disappeared into legend. Zanga was free again. Peace reigned supreme across the galaxy, and Centurion Candice and her mighty Jackal Legion went into history, their deeds destined to live on for millennia.